Hi, I'm Tammy Hahnemann. Welcome to the Fire Mountain Jewelry Making Studio. I have a saw blade all queued up in my saw frame. To know which saw blade to choose for your project, be sure to check out firemountaingems.com for a chart that'll tell you which saw blade matches which gauge metal you happen to be working with. Once my saw blade is all ready, I'll run it through some beeswax so the blade is lubricated and ready to cut the metal. The project that I've decided to work on is a piece of metal sheet that has a pattern drawn out to accent the bead that I'm working with. I'll take the sheet, I'll place it on the bench pin, which is inserted into the bench pin system, and I'll take a jeweler's file and just hit that just a little bit to create a little notch so that the saw blade will have something to catch on when it's first starting. Take the saw, place it into that notch, and I'll get it started. I'm stabilizing the sheet on the bench pin. All right, and then once you're going, it really moves through the metal very quickly. I'm not applying any pressure. I'm really just letting the saw do the work. It's a gentle up and down motion. Following the pattern, once it's cut out, I'll show you one that's already ready. I will place this piece into my ring clamp. The ring clamp will now help stabilize the metal so that I can go around the pattern and file the edges. Working the file in one direction, I'll go around the outline and just take off any sharp edges. Once I'm done with that, I will polish the metal. Following other how-tos on firemountaingems.com, you'll be sure to know how to do that yourself. Another thing that you can do once you've created that design, if you wanted to cut out a window, you take your design, place a hole using the handy hole punch, take your saw blade out of the saw frame from the top, place the saw blade through that hole, and then reconnect it to the saw frame, making sure that the saw blade is at the correct tension. Apply a little beeswax, and then start sawing. The hole will give you that notch to work in. And then, again, it's just a gentle up and down motion, following the pattern, cutting out your window or your frame. The saw is also great for cutting jump rings. These were made on a mandrel. They're grouped together using a piece of tape, and I have them anchored onto a dowel. That'll give me some support as I saw the jump rings apart. Again, it's just a gentle motion, and then as you cut through the rings, they'll just fall away. And then you'll have some beautifully cut jump rings. The jeweler's saw is a versatile tool and a great tool for any toolbox. Thanks so much for joining me.